Today on Destination Polaris. Crank up the horsepower. We're gonna blow the doors off this Razor.
We're dropping a third of the weight. We're adding 4 times the horsepower.
It's time for Project X. Marshall Moto Art, do your thing.
It's gonna be like nothing else. It's kind of a game changer.
Destination Polaris starts right now. Welcome to Destination Polaris and Project X. Sick ride, huh? We're at the home of Marshall Moto Art in Ogden, Utah. I love this guy because I call him the mad scientist, and you're about to find out why. Cruz!
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Good.
How are you?
Been working.
I bet you have.
Yeah,
Good to see
yeah.
you. How you been?
Yeah, good.
Good, excellent. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Where's the Razor I sent you?
that is a good question.
You know the one that had
Yeah, it was blue,
2 seats?
Yeah.
1,000?
kind of fast, all brand new and shiny.
Yeah.
You could have just sent me a couple of the parts though. I didn't need all that.
Really?
Yeah, I just needed like maybe differential, the motor. You even sent me an extra seat. You know, I had 2 seats and I only needed 1. So,
Are you messing with me?
no, I really am not.
What's this?
This is what's left of it. This is all aluminum, single seat, a little bit longer, chopped it, sectioned it, you know, way lighter.
That's insane.
That's what happens. This, I've called it Project Superleggera Razor. All the big manufacturers, Lamborghini, Ferrari, they all have a Superleggera model, which means super lightweight. Overall, it's probably 30% lighter than going traditional mild steel like the car comes. I like the 1,000 because it's like a mini desert truck. You know, for the guys that can't go out and get in a $250,000 desert trophy truck, it really gives you a lot of the same sensations that does. It's got great suspension travel, it's pretty well balanced, it's got good power to weight. So the first one we did a Ranger that was kind of like a sport Ranger. We did turbocharged, long travel suspension. We made it into a crew, a short crew. So it didn't have a bed, it just had a place for the people to sit in the rear. The next machine we did was the Spider Monkey, which was like the ultimate expedition rig, stretched out crew 6x6 with matching trailer, big long travel suspension again, trailer with a rooftop tent. I mean, it had everything but a blender. Then we did, when the new Razor 4 900 came out, we got one of the very first ones of those, and we did turbocharged again, long travel, cage with going doors, set it up kind of as an all-around use vehicle. That kind of led us to this path of, you know, what do we do now? Polaris doesn't make an airplane, so we decided to go with this and make, you know, something that'll fly close to the ground. So I built the chassis, all the suspension components as far as arms and things like that, the interior. I narrowed the stock body and then I built the rest of the body out of aluminum. So we're gonna put a huge power plant in this thing from K&T. Not only are they building the motor up really crazy, then we're putting one of their turbo kits on top of that. To top off that horsepower, we did a Muzzies performance exhaust, and then we did STM clutches to transfer that power to the wheels, Summers Brothers axles to handle all that power. So to manage the ignition and the fueling, we went with a Dynajet Power Commander. We went and got some big shocks from Fox to soak up all the bumps, top those off with some hubs from NXS Designs. So I'm lucky to have Race here from K&T Performance. They've built me this awesome motor, huge turbo kit. He's helped me out with a bunch with the build. Now he's gonna be here for the rest of the build, get this thing all finished up so we can go drive it. And next we're gonna start putting on the turbo kit.
We've never done a build like this on something as crazy as Chris has done it. We definitely try to make the most power we can possibly do with the engine, and then we put our turbo system on top of it to make it even that much more power, you know?
You look at it and you're like, okay, we got some blue stuff going on, but no, this little K&T right here, that means we've got a big bore billet cylinder. The head's been CNC ported. We've got big cams in here, rods and pistons. There's a lot inside of there going on that you can't see and can't appreciate.
I mean, it's got the best of the best. I mean, there's nothing else you can do to this motor to make it make any more power. But after we've got done doing the motor, the turbo system, everything, we're hoping to see around, 290, 300 horsepower at this thing.
That's like F1 car type power to weight, so should be exciting. So we went with the Muzzy dual exhaust. They did it in this black finish for me. The Muzzy Performance exhaust with K&T's turbo kit actually adds 8 to 10 horse. And between the turbo and their muffler, it gives it a really nice growl, but yet it's not annoying. It's not like, bah. Put on the STM Power Sports clutches here. It allows us to run a much bigger belt. You can have great power and great traction, but if you don't have good clutches to transfer all that, you're wasting your money. So a good set of clutches like these ones here will set you up and get you going in the right direction.
Chris, candy blue is pretty.
Yeah, you get it all together with that billet aluminum. Good stuff.
First time you're seeing it like this?
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Well, where are we going next?
I think we should put some suspension on it.
Get some legs going.
Yeah.
All right, we'll stick around because coming up next, we're gonna put some legs on the
Super Leggero Razor.
Yeah, he says it best. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Super ATV, your trusted source for high-quality off-road parts and accessories. And by Progressive Insurance. Think easier, think Progressive. And by Polaris Visa Card. Power your passion. Earn Polaris cash on all of your purchases.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris and Project X. You can see our super crazy, over-the-top aluminum Razor 1000 single-seater. Did I get that all in? Is coming together. Turbo's done, engine's done. Now, suspension. How are they different like this from the stock?
So we're 4 inches wider per side and forward some, about 4 inches forward. Just a full boxed arm instead of a tubular arm like the stock ones. Stock ones are steel tube. These are all fully aluminum. They're all webbed out inside. There's like a kind of a honeycomb type deal inside, and then it's all TIG welded. A little bit of high clearance.
Yeah. This is when the machine's really gonna start to look like a Razor again?
Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting Razor-ish. We're getting
there. Okay, so this is your job. Here you go.
Okay, thanks, man. I'll take over from here.
Yeah, please do.
Right. So one of the things that Assault Industries provided me was a set of their tie rods. Way lighter, way stronger. Like, this is legit. So we're gonna use these on the front here. So we've got the Fox internal bypass shocks here with their dual speed control. These things are a trick. If you ever want to see something cool, go on their website, watch their little video that tells you how these things work. Pretty complex, and it's an amazing piece that they fit all that technology in this shock. 2.5 in the front, 3.0s in the rear. It's also got their dual speed control, so you can dial them in exactly like you like them. So you have a good constant, suspension travel. So I'm with Fox because they're a race-proven, quality company that, has done everything from the big trophy trucks to UTVs to bicycles. So in building this, I worked with their engineers and told them what my suspension geometry was going to be and the weight of the vehicle, the travel we're working with, and so they're able to feed all that in there and give me a package that will perform and do what I want it to do on a consistent basis. I've got a good strong set of axles to take that horsepower, put it to the tires, and not have to be stranded. So in doing our rear suspension, we got some more of the Assault. Now we're using their radius rods, and we're hooking up to our Summers Brothers axles again. Cool.
All right, so I think now the idea is to give this thing some look and feel to it, yeah?
Yeah, she needs some body.
That bumper looks...
Yeah, just a little something to protect the front. How's this dark hour adventure light? We're gonna put dark hour adventure lighting up top there and see where the heck we're going.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? All right, sounds good. Let's do that.
Cool. The powder lab did all my powder coating. They really busted their butt and got me my parts back, and they look great. They did a really beautiful candy blue finish that's kind of a finicky thing to do. So we've got the grill here. We've narrowed it 5 inches, narrowed down the Assault Industries grill, and then we topped it off with a set of Heretic Studios crazy bright lights. We went with Heretic Studio set of their headlights, 2.5 times brighter than stock. They've got a really cool halo feature. I love having a roof, but yet when you're going through the dunes and you're dropping down and coming up, it cuts your line of sight off. So this gives you a little transparency, but still a little bit of shade. Kind of the best of both worlds. So STI Off-Road provided me with 2 different sets of wheels and tires. We've got a set that are geared more towards the rocks with a set of bead locks in a 32-inch fashion. And then if I decide to get this thing muddy, I've got a set of 34-inch Outback Maxes with 17-inch wheels. So big wheels, big tires. I can do anything I want.
Chris, suspension, roof, this looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Yeah, I'm digging it too. So next we got the tires and all the stuff that goes inside here.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit of body work.
Oh yeah, she looks nice.
Super Leggera, looking good.
Oh, she looks good. Stick around. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Aluma Trailers, the best aluminum trailers available. And by Wicked Built, make your machine wicked. And by Brimstone Recreation Area, where the journey is your reward.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. Our Razor 1000 all aluminum single seater, more than halfway done. Now it's time to finish it up. Chris, I see you've got all the dash stuff set out here. And I like what you've done. You've got a space for my iPad, my iPhone, my stereo, is that right?
Not quite.
No.
Not quite.
Come on, dude.
This ain't your SUV. So we've got everything we need here pretty much. We've got a GPS that'll be set up in here. Polaris's interactive digital display, boom. Then we've got the power commander. Gonna be here to monitor our engine stuff. We've got rugged radio set up that'll go here. We've got our intercom, and then we also have our CB set up so we can actually talk car to car. So if you're out with your buddies cruising around, boom, watch out, there's a hole. You know, you go through that deal. It's got a setup so we can run it with our helmet. We've got a Bluetooth wireless interface so you can be listening to music. As soon as you speak, it drops down a little bit. You still hear it in the background, but you and I can talk.
All through the rugged stuff?
All through the rugged.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a way cool setup.
Where's all your dash switches?
Once you get this crazy machine built, you got to be comfortable. You know, you got to have a nice, safe place to sit. So XXX has set me up with their new Vortex series. I even have hand brush suede. I mean, we're going a little bit foo-foo on this deal, but it's going to be nice. They made me a massive man-approved seat. They make them 2 inches wider for us plus-size fellows. Super comfortable, you know, so I'll get in there and feel good.
All right, so the dash is all done, our single seat is in, and the tires are all on. Now we're gonna take it over to K&T Performance and dyno this thing. All right, Ray, Super Leggera is on a dyno. What next?
Well, we're gonna put a tune in it. My brother's gonna hop it up, see if we can get the fuel right, the timing right, check the boost levels, and see how much power she's gonna make. Hopefully we're around the 290, 300 horsepower range. We'll see what happens.
Right. All right, it's the moment of truth, right?
Yep, let's see what goes on.
Cool.
Well, a successful dyno run of Super Leggera here at K&T.
Yeah, Chris, check it out. We made 285 horsepower, 163 pounds of torque. This thing ought to be a monster. Yeah. Well, let's take her back to your shop and finish her up, bud.
Okay, man, let's do it. Layton Auto Body did all of my paint work. They did a really nice job. They actually got it back to me ahead of schedule, which for anybody to do, especially a paint and body shop, is awesome. They took all my aluminum work and just made it beautiful. They made me look like a pro. You have all this great stuff, it doesn't do you any good unless people can see it and know about it. So we did quite a bit of social media stuff beforehand, and John Crowley from UTVguide.net set us up and really got our name out there and used his connections and got us a lot of exposure.
All right, Race and Chris just have a little bit more work to do, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. And when we come back,
We're taking Super Leggera to Little Sahara.
that's right, you're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Dragonfire Racing, feel the heat, and by Maui Jim Sunglasses, the fastest growing premium polarized sunglass maker in the world, and by Rugged Radio, the authority in communication.
Welcome back to DP and Project X. Well, we made it to the Little Sahara Sand Dunes with our Razor 1000 aluminum single-seater. She is insanely awesome, and now it's time to ride.
We're at Little Sahara Sand Dunes here in beautiful Utah, my home. We're gonna go out and run out in some of these beautiful bowls. We got a nice, awesome day to go run. So this is kind of the over-the-top build. It's the first all-aluminum, single-seat Razor 1000 in the world. I've always just kind of done my own thing, and if you can think it, you can build it. It's got the DNA, but it's kind of on that higher level of genetics. We've done a lot of changes to suspension geometry. We're dealing with different weight, different power, so I'm gonna feel it out and you know, see how it likes to be handled. I'm a smart driver, I think, so I'll get out there and, you know, watch my air fuel, get after it, kind of let it, you know, we gotta meet each other. It's exciting, it's nervous, it's stressful, it's life. K&T pulled out all the tricks. 4 times the horsepower over stock, basically, you know, at the wheels, that's all I care about. I don't care what the motor says. What do I actually get out of the deal? And they brought me some fun. Fox set me up with their internal bypass, with the dual speed adjustability. Fullerton with the paddles here.
Chris got a hold of us, and we were talking about this Project X that he's building, and needed to have a nice lightweight set of tires and wheels to be able to handle the horsepower that K&T was putting in the car. So we come up with a custom set of wheels, 15-inch.
This is the first set of 15-inch production bolt-on wheels that DWT has done for the sand tires, so we're kind of taking that to the next level, and this is probably where things are going to be heading from here on.
It's a new design, so we had to go to the 15-inch stuff to be able to handle all the extra horsepower. Where this set actually weighs less than the majority, if not all, of the 14-inch set out there. These are Sand Tires Unlimited, and they're 1300s, and they've got the number 2 paddle, which is the larger one, and then we've comp grooved them, which when we comp groove them in-house, it drops 8 to 10 pounds of tire. I believe he's going to get some great hookup, and can't wait to see it perform.
Fullerton's definitely one of those companies that will push and try new combinations and get you to that next level. You know, they actually go out and play with these things everywhere all the time, so they don't just sell product, they use their product. Assault Industries has a pretty big catalog when it comes to accessorizing your side-by-side. We've got their new harnesses that just came out. We set up with their heavy-duty tie rods for the front. We've got a set of their heavy-duty radius rods for the rear. Way lighter, way stronger. The thing I like about Assault is they have they're really up to date on their styling. It's flat finishes, it's real geometric shapes, the hardware that they use, everything about their stuff is really, aggressive and quality. I like their style. I went a little over the top with the interior, I probably could have made it a little lighter, but I'm a sucker for details, so, there's a lot of time, and Herbie at XXX made me a beautiful seat, and I just kind of wrapped everything around that. I've got gauges for days. I mean, I can do everything but drive if I wanted to. It's kind of, the interior I would say is kind of like, Louis Vuitton meets, aircraft fighter jet.
I love it because I know Chris is going to take it to the next level. It's not going to be just a bolt on a suspension, bolt on a turbo kit. It's going to be the coolest stuff that is out there.
Gives me nice, good throttle response, tons of power. If I'm not feeling it, all I do is just turn that little knob and my smile gets bigger. Kind of like a wet sponge. You drop it, she just sits there, It's very predictable. It's got great manners, I can really push it and it takes it, and I'm very happy with the way it handles. You feel very aggressive, even if you're just cruising along. I mean, you're tucked down in there, you're in your cockpit, it's a cool feeling. It's more of a concept build. I've had requests to build more of them now. That was never the intent for this. This was just a one-off. If you could build whatever you wanted and get a bunch of awesome sponsors to support you and build this great thing, this is what it would be. I love it, man. I think it turned out great. Today was awesome. I don't want to leave.